Thanks for joining us at 5. We begin with the latest on the firefight in Greer. We are learning that the fire started on private land Tuesday morning. Then the wind-driven fire moved on to Forest Service land. Just over 9,500 acres has burned so far. Still no containment on the fire.
And some more neighborhoods are under an evacuation order. Take a look at your screen. A go order in effect for Greer, South Fork, and people west of Highway 261 and folks south of Highway 260 and west of River Road. A set evacuation warning is in effect for everyone south of SR 260, north of Forest Service Road 85, and between Water Canyon Road and US 191 180, and everyone north of SR 260 and west of Burke Road.
Well, they're trying to keep people informed as to exactly what's going on. A community meeting scheduled in about an hour from now to update impacted residents.
And our Nicole Krasean has been talking to families who had to flee their homes, and she's live and eager with more. Nicole.
Well, hey, John and Ellen, as you mentioned, that restriction, that go order for the area south of 260 and River Road, that's exactly where we're at right now. You can see the road closed sign behind me. So we are right at the edge there where people should really not be going anywhere past either that direction, this direction. They should be doing what this vehicle is doing right now and getting out of the area. And it's all because of this fire. And you can see, you can hear the wind. First of all, you mentioned the wind driven. That is still a huge factor. And you can see all of that smoke billowing, and it is heading in the direction east, northeast, towards some of these communities, towards Springerville, toward Eager. So there are some concerns there from people we've talked to about additional evacuations because of the power of this wind. It's a little less windy than it has been the first 2 days, but still just very significant in this firefight. As you mentioned, there are several areas that are under that go status, something that people really need to take seriously. There are over 450 fire personnel battling the flames. That includes hotshots, volunteer firefighters, members of their own community, and these winds still a factor as well. Now, we visited the Apache County Fairgrounds today, one of the available shelters for evacuees and their animals located up in St. John's. They have dozens of pets there, other rescued animals. There were several horses, including a baby that was just born today, another mare who's expected to give birth today, could have even done so by now. It's just all of this amid all of the chaos. And then we met a couple of volunteers there. They're trying to coordinate these rescue operations, wrangle up these animals, while also dealing with the potential loss of their own homes.
She's got all of these beautiful animals that she's taken such great care of, and they're coming in, you know, with inhalation, and they're scared. We've got dogs that are so incredibly scared that we couldn't even get them out of the crates to take them to go potty. So it's a difficult situation.
Hopefully we don't have as bad casualties as last time. We do have some vet supplies and other things coming in. If we get them in bad condition, we've just had a few bumps and bruises.
And yeah, that last time that Willow was referring to the Wallow fire, we talked about that a little bit during the 4 o'clock show, the fact that there is a burn scar still there from that significant fire, hoping that that can help a little bit. But right now, no containment, as you mentioned, acreage reaching 10,000, and take a look at that behind me. That is all of that heavy smoke. And when we got here a couple hours ago, it was not nearly this far. So that wind is really driving that thick, thick smoke. The air quality not great around here. So people really need to make sure that they are taking this seriously, take the evacuation orders seriously, and know that there are places like the Apache County Fairgrounds where they can take their pets. There are places where people can go for shelter. We just really want people to take heed, because this could change. The winds could change up at any minute, and it can be really dangerous.
Yeah, Nicole, with the current movement of the fire, usually they try to identify, the fire incident commander, they try to identify some type of fire break that the fire is heading towards, usually a road. Is there anything out there that they're identifying where they say, we are going to make a stand here and try to stop this?
So I know that they were trying to anchor down on a couple different spots earlier when we got the latest update. I don't know at this point if there's a set location because they've seen this fire kind of jump around a little bit, jump over some of these hills and things like that. And so it is right now something that's a little bit up in the air, I think. Now, I will tell you, you mentioned that meeting. We're going to head over there in a little bit, that 6 o'clock meeting at Round Valley High School. That's going to be one of the questions that either someone in the community is asking or will be asking, because we want to know exactly where they're thinking they might find that fire break, if they found an area like that. I know there were talks about different areas that they were really, anchoring down, but with something like this that's growing, and like you're seeing the wind, I mean, it is such a significant factor, even though it's less of a factor than it has been the last couple of days. We've seen some aerial attack, which has been good, but that wind still can change up at any minute. We saw at the fairgrounds a couple people kind of stop in their tracks and look around and say, hey, the wind's shifting a little bit. And they know, in this community, people who have been here for over a decade, they know exactly what can happen. Seeing the Wallow fire, they mentioned the rodeo fire from '02. So this is a community that really wants to be ahead of the game this time around and help get those animals and those pets out of there.
Yeah, I think Highway 261 was their hope, but that was
Yeah.
2 nights ago.
Yeah.
It's moved across it.
And it already jumped 261 2 nights ago. So unfortunately, that's what happened. All right, Nicole, will you go to that meeting?
But we're going to try and get some,
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, we'll try and
we
get
know
some
you'll
more
get some
answers. We'll ask some good questions.
I have no doubt. Nicole, thank you.